let's talk about the relationship system. So far what we've done is people really get a sense of who we are, why we do what we do. We connect with them because we have a sense of our social style, how to use that as a strength. We now have clarity about what we want to achieve so that we can communicate that. We're not flypaper. We have very specific markets that we're working with. And more specifically, we have these market segments that we are focused on. Now we have to go over our relationship system. We have to look at the people that are in there and overlay that relationship system on top of our plan. Do we have the right people that can drive that? That's really important. And if you don't have the right people that can drive it, you need to reassess that whole situation. Look at the level ones that you developed. And I got to tell you, people, I'm going to be real upfront with you. The biggest problem that I see with our members, they're not managing these relationship systems. And you know what? Most of us are guilty, because the problem is that we're so used to just having people out there. But if you really want this to happen, if you really want this phone to ring, you have to have people that are totally committed to you. And they're not going to be committed to you just by knowing them. They're as busy as you are. You know, I use this in our orientation, and I talk about how the best referrals that we can get are client referrals. But then here's what where most professionals are. They know a lot of people, and they're friends of the firm. But I'll guarantee you, these people are out there spinning their plates as hard as you are, and they are not thinking about you. And then the other big part of where people spend a lot of their time is networking, and it's weaker. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm Ken Potalivo. Yeah, nice to meet you. Ding, see ya. They're not thinking about you one iota. But here's the way most people run their businesses. Here's the way we want to run our businesses. We not only get the client referrals, we have these level ones that expand our bullseye. And if we have people that are committed to us, it's unbelievable what that does for us. We have team members that can help us identify the level 2 candidates that are out there. So if I'm out there and all of you are on my team, I go, wow, this might help 3 or 4 people. It takes me less than a minute to put that information in. And that one little thing that I do can end up becoming a major breakthrough for one of my team members. How cool is that? That's what the team does for us. You know, we're all building our own businesses. But if we share in these tasks, we can multiply our successes. We can't go to these team meetings thinking, well, so-and-so's got to give me a referral. No. I need to know what's going on in Penny's business. I need to know where her opportunities are and the issues that she's dealing with. I need to know the kind of level 2s that she needs in order to get the assurance that she needs to get her phone to ring. That's what I need to know. And that's why those monthly progress reports are so important. The monthly progress report allows us to stand back, look at our business as a business, not as a technician, as a business, and see what we need to focus on in the next 30 days. All right. Now, people, this is really important. Remember, we use the ripening tomato theory here. Tomato starts out green. As it ripens, it's golden. When it's ready to pick, it's red. That's how the relationship progresses in the relationship system. At level 2C, all we're interested in is the person. So if I meet Jim and at an event, and the next day I call him, I say, hey Jim, I really enjoyed our time together. I thought it might be good for you and I to get together for a cup of coffee. I'd love to learn a little bit more about you and your business and see how I can help. Would you be up for that?
Absolutely.
So Jim and I get together, and I don't really care about his business right now. I just want to get to know him, the person. I need to understand his why. I need to understand all about him. I need to see if we can develop chemistry, if we can have great rapport, and most importantly, if we can develop trust. How many people do you know that you meet at events and all they want to do is see how they can bleed out of you? They go right past the personal relationship. The hell with that. I want to see what I can get out of Susan. So I'm going to take that time to get to know him. I don't really care about his business. And at the end of that meeting, I might say, you know, Jim, it might make sense for you and I to get back together. There's no question, I think, that we could do some things together. I'd love to learn about more detail about your business and the type of clients that you work with to see if I can really come through for you. Would you like to do that?
You bet.
So now I take them and I move them up to level 2B. Now, level 2B, as soon as we do that, he's right here. Now, I'm going to add that touch in there that I had in that first meeting. Adding my touch is really important because the touch allows me to, record and to manage the relationship. When the touch occurred, the type of touch it was, this beauty of this reminder date, I can just put this in there. And on that date, the system's going to send me an email to let me know it's time to get together again with Jim. And it's going to give me all the notes from my meeting to kind of help my little brain remember everything. The intention here is not to be another contact management system. Put them back into your contact management system. They become a friends of the firm. You send them your emails, you send them your newsletters and all that kind of stuff. But what we're looking to do is to develop some very special relationships. The minute you find that they don't have the ability to move up, they're out. There's those 3 hurdles. The second hurdle, like when Jim and I get together, if I don't find that I'm in the similar, not only in similar markets, but my market segments are different than him, I'm going to say, you know, Jim, I would love to sit here and tell you I could really help you, but I don't think I'm going to be able to deliver something for you. Now, if I feel good about Jim, this is when I might want to convert him to a level 3. I might say, you know, with what you're doing and with what I'm doing, we're in a similar market here, but our market segments are so different. I was thinking it might make sense for you and I to get together maybe once a quarter. And I update each other, because you never know, Jim, I might come across a person or situation that can help you. Would you be up for doing something like that? And who knows, we might be able to help each other with one significant event over the course of a year. That is a level 3. You'll never have more than 20 or 25 people in your relationship system at any given time.
So is there a way
Penny, the minute you find that they can't jump over the first hurdle, meaning that you can, because that's a gut feel, you know.
Right. I don't even put anybody in the system if I don't like them.
Well, but they're.
If that chemistry.
Yeah, but you like everybody.
I know. Everybody thinks that, but it's not true.
All right, but Penny, when you start getting into, now you're going to, and so, by the way, on this touch thing, make sure that you do your touches, because every one of these people are going to become distributors for you. They are going to be the people that make your phone ring. This could be the greatest little pitcher in the world, but if they didn't have good distribution for this, this wouldn't be sitting here. We've got to have good distribution in our business. And we as service providers, we have the same thing. If we don't have good people out there that are committed to us and a good distribution system, that phone will not ring. Make sense? Okay. Now remember, when you get rid of somebody, they're gone, but they're over on the left-hand side in the archived area.
Oh, okay. So we don't lose them forever.
No, and any notes that you put in there, they're still with you. See this? Where's archived? Right there. So even though you get rid of, so let's say that you and I have been going down the road to become level 1s, and my life changes, and so you dump me, which is right. I'm in the archived area, and if my life changes, hey, Penny, I'm back in the saddle. I got it. Now we're back on track again. So you can bring me back. Nothing changed.
Nothing's lost.
Each of your plans is probably going to call for 5 or 6 level 1s next year. The one thing I want to caution you is do not rush to judgment. You need to take people through the process. My first step with Jim was to see if I could build chemistry. The second step is, are we playing in each other's sandbox? And believe me, you're going to have to do some coaching, because most people don't have a clue what a market and a market segment is. So you're going to have to peel back the onion to find out whether or not this makes sense. That third and final step at level 2A is Do they have the pep? Do they have integrity? If you're dealing with somebody that doesn't have a strong sense of why, and they're just out there making their rent payment, pass. If Jim and I were working and he's getting ready to convert me, and I've been late for every meeting, I haven't followed up the way I said I would, I cancel our lunches right the last second, all I'm going to do is give him heartburn if he tries to convert me. But let's say I've taken Jim through that process. Here's the most important part of this whole thing. This is the artichoke. This is the heart of the artichoke. To convert him, I must have an explicit conversation. We can't just assume it. It doesn't happen by osmosis. Jim, you know, I'm going to take you through this. Hopefully you'll be able to appreciate what I'm saying here. Jim, it has occurred to me that you and I have really had a chance to get to know one another. So let's say we're at lunch or something. But like you, I am so busy spinning all these plates, and I'm just acknowledging the human condition that we all have. I'd love to sit here and tell you I'm thinking about you all the time, but unfortunately I'm not. But I had this idea, and I wanted to bounce it off you. I was thinking that maybe if you and I could get together just once a month during 2012 for a quick cup of coffee, half hour at most, and just brainstorm. Just maybe I might have come across a person or a situation during the course of the month that I didn't think about at the time, but that could be helpful to you. And my feeling is if we could just help each other with one significant event over the course of this next year, it might make a real difference in both of our businesses. Would you be open to doing something like that? The minute they say yes, you pull out your calendar. Jim, how about if we meet like on the third Tuesday of each month from 7:30 to 8? Will that work for you? That works for me, Ken. Beep, we get that on there. And so what I say then is, so what I will do before I come to that meeting is I'll make sure that I've reviewed my calendar and everybody in it to make sure that anybody or any situation that I've come across could be helpful to you. Okay? That's given him the same instructions on what to do. But I can tell you that this part of it is so important because ultimately it's these people that are going to make your phone ring. If you followed all these steps, if you have a strong sense of why, social style, clarity of your plan, clarity of the market segments, have the right people in your relationship system, your phone's going to ring and you're going to get the results that you want. Does that all make sense to you? If you don't understand any of this, like if you want to just come back for the relationship system portion of this, we have orientation Thursday morning for our new members. You know, you can come back about 9:30 and we'll be talking about it then. But the relationship system is such a key part of this whole thing. And get those people out of there. Go through them and you know, you really shouldn't have anybody at level 2C more than 30 days. After a couple meetings, you're gonna get a gut feel whether or not you want to go forward with that person.
You know, thank you for the encouragement to do those ag touches, because I'm really, really bad at that. So I get those weekly emails like, you haven't contacted this huge list of people. I think, yes, I have. I feel really defensive, but I like that follow-up.
You know what? You just get in the habit of doing it. If you do it once or twice a week for 15, 20 minutes,
Yeah.
set an appointment to yourself to do it.
Yeah.
You will not believe the difference it's going to have in your ability to get these referrals that you want if you just manage it. All right, people, we're out of time. I promise you we'll be out of here by 10. Thanks so much for taking the time today. Was this helpful?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You can.
All right. Good seeing everybody.